What do you want me to say? Something about your show?
I shit on myself in the womb.
Stop, Phil.
You fucking stink.
You know what? Fuck this.
Oh, because it's Hollingsworth, but it's worth less.
I don't want to hear about whatever you have to say.
The worthless of the week.
Yeah. Hey, you just gonna sit up there the whole time?
It's a fucking Phil Fox scorpion.
It's a move, man.
You fucking dummy. Ugh.
Well, then what the fuck? How is it racist?
Black people.
Oh, God. Oh, shoot me now, dude. Just shoot me now.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the HollingsWorthless podcast. This will be for Wednesday, August 14th. As always, I'm the host, Big Irish J, and we have the Mascot, a.k.a. the Philanthropist, a.k.a. Motown Philly, a.k.a. Phil Harmonic.
Phil Harmonic, baby. We getting some accordions up in here. We getting some trumpets. We getting some saxophone and violins and timpanis.
Tip-tip-tery. What?
Give me a tip. I'll give you a tip. What's up, Phil Fox?
So we're continuing. We were going to. Well, we still are, but we were continuing the podcast interview we had with Matt Walker, who grew up in a cult. Matt is running a little bit late, so he's going to hop on here when he gets here. But we had to start it because we have a show we're doing tonight, Matt and myself, and we have to be out of here like in a little bit, so in an hour. But,
nice.
You said you had something you wanted to talk about.
Oh, I mean, we were just chatting a little bit, and I said, hey, we should just put this on the damn podcast because we were talking about movies. I went and saw a movie, too, this weekend. You said you went and saw a movie. So, yeah, I was just saying, why don't we...
What'd you see?
Why don't we chat about it? I went and saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Finally.
Yeah. That ending was unexpected.
It was great.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Did you like it?
I did like it. I think it seemed like it was kind of a little all over the place at times, but for the most part, it was just a departure from what he normally does because it was just so easygoing and hanging out and, let's go over here now. Now let's go over here. And instead of all building up to, violence.
Yeah. So there's no reason to say spoiler because I won't ruin anything in this, but so I saw it twice. The first time I saw it, I left there. I think I told you, I was like, I don't know if I like it or not. I'm not sure if I like it or not.
Right.
And then I saw it again, and then I was like, okay, I like it. I like it a lot.
That's funny that you actually say that you went and saw it twice, and well, it's cool that you said your takeaway from the second time is that you like it because I actually feel like I need to go see it a second time in order to really get a better understanding of everything. So
I'll tell you why I think I figured out why I had that attitude, and this is all I'll say about it, which isn't a spoiler or anything. So from the trailer, they mentioned Charles Manson, the Sharon Tate murders, all that stuff. So
right.
I thought this was kind of going to be a telling of that. So I went into that, into the movie thinking that, and I tell people that's like a side story that's very small in the overall story. And so when I went into it the second time, I went into it taking it as a movie of its own. And then that's when I was like, okay, because it's not about the Sharon Tate murders. It's about a guy, who's,
Well, it's so funny because I also had heard, from not only that, but from the previews, when you watch the previews for that movie, it does show you Charlie Manson. It shows you the Sharon Tate stuff.
You're
so
on a nickname basis with him? Chuck Manson.
Me and old Chucky Manson. So I think, I don't know if that just has to do with then how they market the film or not, but I was like, oh wow, so it's going to be kind of this historical fiction type film where these two guys somehow, are play an integral part in that whole storyline of the Sharon Tate murder and Charlie Manson. And then, you watch the film and yeah, it's not what you it's not what you expect, and it's like, yeah, that's there in the movie,
right.
but that's not the movie. That's not what it's about.
I'd be interested if you see it again with like a clearer mind, so to speak. If you would have the same reaction I did, because when I watched it the second time and took it on, it's just on its own merit, I really liked it.
Yeah, it's weird to say like, oh, I was confused. Like it's not that it was a confusing mindfuck of a movie. It was just like I was just kind of unsure, like with the story that I was told, I guess, versus the story I was expecting, kind of, in a way, you know? So I was like, whoa, what exactly did I just watch?
Yeah. I mean,
But,
and I guess in a sense, you know, a lot of times we all kind of bitch about previews giving away the whole movie. Mm-hmm. And this one like did the opposit.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Maybe that's what it had to do with too. It's like, oh, you just figured you were seeing, yeah, what you were gonna get just 2.5 hours of that or whatever, and then yeah, it was no, it was very entertaining though. I didn't come away with it with negative feelings. I was like, that was fucking Tarantino, baby.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I do think a second showing would improve the experience.
And you know what's a trip is when I wonder if you had the same experience. When I saw it the first time, I was like, man, that's like 2 hours and 45 minutes, and it's a long 2 hours and 45 minutes. When I saw it the second time, it like went by quick.
Interesting. I thought it still went by pretty quick, but it's funny because the moment I checked my watch, I only checked my watch once, and I checked it, and it literally ended 2 minutes later. So I was like right there on where my threshold of patience was, I guess, for how long it was. But shit, I was gonna say, I don't know what else I was gonna say, but yeah, I want to go see it. I want to go see it a second time. I remember what I was gonna say. So, I thought it was just kind of a cool thing that I went and did was, because Tarantino is such a film snob himself,
right?
You know, that he shot this movie on film, and so I, living in Seattle area, only don't have quite the access to all the cool stuff that you can do in the LA area when it comes to movies, and so I guess they were showing it in LA on 70 millimeter film on the big screen, you know, which is super cool. But they did have one theater in Seattle that was showing it on 35 millimeter film, and I went, and that's the place I went to go see it at. So I just felt like that was, I don't know, made the experience just a little bit cooler because, you know, Tarantino and how he likes, you know, all that grittiness to his movies. I'm doing a lot of hand gestures, yes. Just because I'm really into this. I'm a movie snob too. So, but yeah, that grittiness I just felt like kind of added to the movie a little bit. It wasn't like it was over the top, like that you could tell it was on film, but it was just, I don't know. It just kind of, like I said, it gave it a little extra, you know, was a nice little cherry on top.
And I saw Calvin, or not Calvin and Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, Hobbs and Shaw, yeah.
It's so.
Are
bad.
you a fan? A lot of people don't like the Fast and Furious movies. Let's start there. Are you a fan of the Fast and Furious franchise?
Am I a fan of the Fast and Furious franchise? Overall, I'd say yeah. Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's just like, and
Have you seen all of them?
Yes, I have seen all of them.
Interesting. Okay.
And I'm all for action movies, and I'm all for, you know, you have to suspend disbelief and all that, but it's just so ridiculous, the like stunts. I mean, there's a scene where there's like trucks doing like, I don't know, let's say they're doing like 60 miles an hour on this cliff edge, and they're, you know, trucks in a line. And this guy, this one of the trucks has a guy on the back of the truck, you know, on the truck bed, and he has two chains with a single hook on each end, on both of these, and he has one in each hand, and he has to try and hook onto the truck behind him, which is about 10, 15 feet, and he just takes them and throws them and they both the one shot. They both latch on immediately, and then there's a part where The Rock is holding a helicopter from taking off by grabbing a chain. And not even wrapped
that's the
around
thing.
his arm.
I think you
It's
see a little
just
bit of that in the
holding-
preview.
Yeah, you're like, okay. And then like the dialogue, the writers, it's just, I mean, again, I guess you shouldn't go into a Fast and Furious movie looking for great dialogue, but the writers, it's like they took every line from movies and just threw them all in there. Like, I'm going to stick my foot so far up your ass you'll have to open your mouth to tie your shoes, and like, I mean, just over.
Yeah.
It's just like, let's rattle off 15 of these sayings in a row.
I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it, but I also haven't seen anything in that franchise past the Too Fast, Too Furious. So I haven't seen like any of the last 72 movies that they've made.
You weren't too fast or too furious to go watch it.
No, I wasn't. But I want to be. I want to see all of them. And I think I was listening to another podcast where they actually broke down the best way to watch them. And it was like, especially if you're going to watch them with like a friend or a couple friends or something. R.I.P. R.I.P. Paul Walker. Terrible. So, So I was listening and they said to watch it like any other TV series. So watch one movie a week with like, your buddy or whatever, or wherever they watch it, and then talk about it. But don't just sit there for a day or two and marathon it. Like make it a thing. It would make it more fun, I guess. So I want to kind of I was thinking about doing that soon, is starting the franchise pretty much from the beginning again, and just going all the way through week to week and watching all of the Fast and Furious movies. I liked what I saw of it. I think it's fun, but I was never super fucking baby Fast and Furious.
Yeah, it's
so.
And I went and saw it with Bill Laskowski and Matt, who's coming, and like, there's so many parts where we just look at each other and just start laughing that are not like they're action scenes that we're laughing at.
They're not supposed to be funny. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we saw Scary Stories to Tell at Night or something like that.
That's the one that when you said because you said you went and saw The Kitchen as well, but I thought that was scary because I thought that was the movie that you were talking about, the Scary Stories one. Because I see the previews for that, I'm like, holy shit, this. I know it looks gimmicky, but I'm like, oh, that looks pretty fucking crazy. It looks scary. So what do you think of that?
I love a good scary movie, and this is not.
If you were 13, would it be?
You know what? I think what they did is they were trying to go for like a kind of like a Goonies Stand By Me vibe, but I think it fell short on that vibe, and it's not scary enough to stand alone on the scary side. So it kind of is just like, nah,
Yeah, it needed more truffle shuffle.
Oh God! And then last night I saw Hell's Kitchen, and I actually liked that. Tiffany Haddish, Melissa McCarthy, and I forget the other lady's name that's in it. But it's like it's set in like the late 70s, I think 80s, and it's Irish Mafia and Hell's Kitchen, and the husbands go away to jail, and then the women take over.
And
what are you looking up? You're looking up something on right now. What are you looking up?
Oh, I was just looking up the Elizabeth Moss.
There you go.
That's the other chick. Yeah, the chick from Handmaid's Tale. Which I love that show.
Never seen it.
So what was your takeaway? You like it?
Yes, I give that one a worthy.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's definitely like some stuff that you're like, okay, I get it. They're trying to like women empowerment thing, but like, where where it's like not needed. Like, I don't know. Like I remember when I saw Ocean's 8, and there's like all this stuff where it's like overtly you're like, just do it, just do the movie. Like Rogan made a good point. He was like talking about when Aliens came out, you had a female lead. And it was just there was not like a let's make a big announcement or like we have to. She's just the lead, and she was dope. Like this is like, there's a a scene where like she's walking out of a store or something, and this guy's like, "Hey, what's up, toots?" and this and that, like that. It pretty much had no point, But then, like later, she references like, we as women we don't get this and that. And I'm like, all right, I get it, but it was good.
Trying to woke you up. You got to get woke,
also,
bro.
I mean, the one thing that's weird is it's like they're wives of mobsters, and like Melissa McCarthy is just she's like a stay-at-home mom. Her husband goes to jail, and like within a week, she has all these mobsters like bowing down to her. She's holding a gun and everything, and you're like, what? But I liked it. And Melissa McCarthy is awesome actress or actor or whatever the term is.
Right.
What is it, Phil?
Well, if you watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, it's actor.
Oh yeah, the little girl that said that.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking great.
Yeah,
she was fucking.
She's
funny.
awesome too. That little girl. Oh my god, she's unbelievable.
Yeah, worthy from me on that. So since we're kind of just going over stuff we've been watching, I've been watching that Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee.
Oh yeah,
that's been good. I finally saw that Eddie Murphy episode. And
did you see the one where Seinfeld was swearing and he was like, "Fuck that guy"?
Oh, I didn't even notice. I'm so used to swearing, I guess I didn't even notice.
It's the one. It's one of the last ones. It's a lady that does like there's a comedian. She does like a variety show, and she's talking. They bleep out the name, but I know who it is. But
that's right.
They're talking, and she says something like, "Yeah, my friend," and then it just goes beep, and he goes, "You know what? Fuck that guy." He's like, that guy did that stupid voice because he doesn't have a fucking act, and he kept just dropping F-bombs, which is crazy for Seinfeld, because he never swears. And he was like, and you can tell him I said that, and it was Bobcat. He's talking about Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah, well, it's crazy because in a weird way, his attitude this whole season has been a little bit different from the Seinfeld I'm used to. I don't know if he's grouchier or if he's just kind of fed up with a lot of things that are happening with, I guess, freedom of speech or just what you can and can't say, when people get offended. Because it seems like he's been spending a lot of time just kind of being like, I don't give a shit if it offends you or not. For one, it's supposed, if you feel offended, then good, we're talking about it and we can figure out, a way forward. And also, if it makes you uncomfortable and you laugh, then it doesn't matter if it's offensive. It's funny.
Right.
And that's what my job is to make people laugh and to be funny. So I don't know. I just think it's interesting too, because he's a fucking straight white guy, and they're the ones with all the bad rap. So for him to be the one kind of delivering this message is just like, I think like he could just keep getting more shit for it, and he doesn't have to. I mean, he's in a position in his life where it's not going to affect him no matter what. But the only thing that could happen is if something came out, obviously, that he fucking fuck kids or something. But right,
just went right for the jugular.
Well, right, but I don't see that happening. But I just, I think if it was Jamie Foxx or Eddie Murphy that was the one to say it, then maybe we would. I don't know. Just the times we're living in, I feel like it would be. You know what I'm trying to say. It's just anything we say as straight white guys. Nobody should even. Well, nobody does listen to this podcast, but nobody should be, because we're just two fucking dumb straight white guys that think that they, whatever we say, nobody in today's fucking culture gives a shit to begin with. But fuck it. I'm here. I'm not queer. And I'm just here to fucking talk stupid, make jokes, and have a good time. So if you like it, join us, won't you?
God.
Sorry.
So you were talking about you're a movie snob. So what would your top 3?
Of all time?
Yeah. You don't have to put them in order.
In no particular order. Okay. Top 3 movies of all time. First 2 I know for sure, which is The Blues Brothers. Oh, I think I know all 3. The Blues Brothers, Singing in the Rain, and Swingers.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say The Big Lebowski for some reason in there.
I mean, that's a great movie, just not my top 3.
I have to rewatch that because I didn't get it.
Which one?
Big Lebowski.
I mean, it's so quotable. It's the Coen brothers. It's one of their best ones, I think. I mean, it's also super rewatchable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those movies where if it's on TV, no matter where it's at in the movie, I can just leave it on and enjoy the rest of it.
By the way, getting back to Tarantino, he's only got one more film.
Apparently,
He wants it to be a horror movie.
Great.
I know. Oh, dude, I bet that would be. What's wrong?
You fucking doing a little house chores over there.
You can hear the vacuum.
I don't know if the podcast will pick it up, but if you do, yeah, we're just doing some light chores
in the background. It doesn't
podcasting.
Matter. It's fine. He goes like this. He made this face. I'm like, what? He's like doing a little house cleaning there. It's all good. Yeah. So, I was gonna say last night.
What are your top 3?
Big Lebowski. No, I would say, top 3. I think Dark Knight would be in there. Heath Ledger as the Joker.
Sure.
Is just so amazing. Man, The Departed, maybe.
Yeah, I see that for you.
And is there a comedy? Oh man, that's so hard. I don't know. I don't know what.
Oh my God. You don't have like a curated list of fucking. Wow.
My stuff is uncured.
I could even keep going, but
I could rattle off movies I like, that.
Right.
But I don't know how I would order them if they'd be in the top 3.
I just know. So for me, what makes a favorite movie is rewatchability.
Grandma's Boy would be in there probably.
Grandma's Boy? Oh, nice.
I used to, when I worked at Yahoo, anybody that came new onto the team, that was a requirement. I would give them the Grandma's Boy DVD, and I'm like, you have to watch this, otherwise you won't know any of the references we do on this. Oh, Matt's here, Matty Ice, and he's freshly shaven. Look at you. I don't. Oh, thank you so much. I love you. My buddy Matty's here.
All right, Matt's coming in.
We were talking about our 3 favorite movies of all time, Matt.
I had to go in a little bit.
You have to get on here.
All right, we're bringing in the new
Matt
blood,
Walker.
baby.
Can you hear? Okay.
Yeah.
Or the week old blood. We're bringing in the week old blood.
Go again, Matt. Say something.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, perfect. We were
Matt, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Phil.
Welcome back.
In no order, your top 3 movies all time.
Big Trouble in Little China.
See, look at this. See, that's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's Jay.
You don't like that?
Okay.
No. I told him 2 of mine, but I don't know what the third would be.
He can't list off the third movie. I'm like, dude,
there's so
you don't
many,
already
I'm
have a
trying to think.
curated list of just.
He rattled off his. Swingers is pretty dope. That might be up there too. See,
yeah,
that's
my top 3, just because you joined us, Matt, I'll just repeat them.
Yeah.
My top 3 was The Blues Brothers,
Okay.
Singing in the Rain, and Swingers.
Okay. Top Gun. Top Gun's another one.
I like it.
Yeah. A third one. Man.
Oh, you better rattle one off, otherwise Phil's gonna get pissed.
Come on, guys. You guys both are letting me down.
Caddyshack? I think Caddyshack is.
That's great.
Caddyshack might be up there for me. Caddyshack's a
that's the top
classic.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
Wedding Crashers. I remember seeing that with my dad
good
and
one.
him almost crying, laughing at the part where Vince Vaughn's getting jacked off under the table.
Funny movie. I don't consider so that's kind of what I was curious about. That's what I was asking you, Jay, or what I was describing. What makes a favorite movie? What is it about a movie that gets it into your top 3? Like, what makes it your favorite movie? What does it have to have? What to get into that coveted spot?
Oh man. I mean, yeah, rewatchability is up there. You mentioned that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for me for sure. I also think like memorable moments, quotable lines,
Yeah, quotable
great
lines.
acting,
It also may be like a.
good story.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say it also may be something that like it takes me to a memory. Like for example, Die Hard. I remember seeing Die Hard with my dad, and I remember that was the first time I ever realized how much sound played a part and how loud
Yeah.
Die Hard was.
Yeah.
And like Swingers,
Yeah.
I remember seeing that with my dad and him laughing at that part so hard. And So I mean, the dark.
You mean Wedding Crashers, but yeah.
Two of mine were Dark Knight.
Okay.
And The Departed.
Okay.
The Departed.
Yeah, those are definitely like top movies for me as well.
Yeah. And then, man, it might be Caddyshack or Grandma's Boy. Caddyshack has a lot of great lines. You know what? I'm gonna I'll on the next one. I'll have my 3 curated. And I'll have it for the next. But
think real hard about it, Jay.
I will. And I wanted to before we get to Matt, we'll pick up about your cult living.
Okay.
I was going to tell you last night I had.
I'm telling you, there was something else though that I wanted.
Okay.
I remember we were got stuck in something we were talking about with him last week, and I was like, well, we'll have to finish that too. Or no, maybe it was just the cool stuff because we talked about other shit. Is that what it was?
I think you guys had something you regularly do that you wanted to talk about, or a question you wanted to ask me.
The Phil Fox detox.
Oh, that's right. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm glad we remembered. That's what it was. Look at that. Matt's not even part of the show, and he knows the show better than we do.
What do you mean he's not a part of the show? He's here right now. What do you mean?
I was here last week,
I'm
too.
saying he's not one of the. Well, I hate you, Jay. I'm going to kill you.
Broke my heart.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, of course, you're part of the show. You're one of our favorite guests that we've had in the last 2 weeks.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Top 2.
Yes.
Yeah. Close. I mean, you're not the top, but
yeah. No.
You were
great.
talking about people getting offended or whatever. I pissed a lady off last night. I did a show. I did Bobby's show.
Okay.
And it's called the Browns and Tanners. And majority of the people on the show are brown or tanner.
Oh, okay.
So to speak.
Get it.
There's a young kid on there, Peter, that was white, and he's great. Really funny young kid. But at the beginning of the show, Bobby's he's trying to promote the show and hype the show up. So he's like, take your phones out and, take videos, take pictures and blah, blah, and get them out there. So
Bobby who, by the way? Just because people know.
Bobby Johnson.
Yeah.
It's Johnson,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, Johnson.
Yeah, I was making sure. I was like, is Bobby Jones or Bobby Johnson?
Bobby Johnson.
Well, I go on stage and I'm doing my stuff, and I see this lady 3 seats out from the front, just phone, not just recording. And I was like, please don't record this. And then she keeps doing it. I was like, no, not seriously, please don't record this. And then I go, this will ruin my career. And then I go, wait, what career? I go, actually, yeah, go ahead and post it. Hopefully I'll get some hate mail or something. And then, we laughed or whatever. And I was like, no, but seriously, don't record this. And then she goes, yeah, he said I could record it. I go, yeah, I'm saying don't. And so
Wow.
she finally stopped. And then I'm out in the lobby after my set, after I crashed it, and this lady comes out and goes to the bathroom, and as she's walking back in, she's giving me the dirtiest look, and then I figured out that was the lady.
The same lady
Yeah.
that was recording? Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
but fuck her,
And you just go up to her, grab her phone, and throw it on the fucking ground.
smash it. No, I just, I mean, I get that, Bobby said record anything, but if a comic's like, yeah, can you please not record this, then you should stop.
So what was the reason you didn't want her to record? Because you didn't want that stuff out? It's stuff that you're working on?
That
stuff
and
you didn't want to
a
burn.
little bit of all of that. And also, I want to control what I have out there.
Right. Okay. Makes sense.
Going to be filming an album and special here in a few months. And I don't want somebody... it's crazy. Have you ever Googled your name? Or YouTube, searched your name on YouTube?
Yeah.
I did that one time, and there's all these videos, somebody was at the back of the parlor, just recorded my whole set and put it up on their YouTube.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And
That's weird.
Got that taken down. Fuck that guy. So I mean, it's I don't want somebody putting something out that either is not done or not where I want, or just that I don't know that it's out there,
I agree. I just a couple weeks ago when I did the show in Auburn or whatever, I
You were
did my
telling
set
people, please
and
record this.
What's that?
Nothing. Go
yeah,
ahead.
I said please record. Anybody record this? I need any footage I can get. No, but I did my set, got off, and this one dude comes up to me afterwards and goes, "Hey man, that was great. I really loved that. It was really funny." And then immediately after that it says, "Yeah, I recorded your set too. So I mean, if you." He made it sound like, well, if you want this or whatever, I can get it to you or something. But it was so weird to hear
Yeah,
like he didn't,
like,
you know what I mean? He didn't have to tell
own.
me, and then it's like, is he just gonna go home and fucking spank the bank to the video, or I don't know, just
what a high opinion
to know that
you have of yourself.
Of course I do. I mean, I can't spank the bank without looking in the mirror, you know. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, appreciate it. Send us more fan mail. But yeah, it was a weird feeling just to know that somebody was recording me without knowing about it beforehand, you know. I think it's, if he was like, hey, I'm recording everybody's set tonight and I can get them to you afterwards, but just to come up to me and be like, oh, I recorded your thing and you know, oh, I really liked it and I have it, and just like, oh, can you fucking take it off your phone?
Yeah.
But
he's like, I like what you're wearing too.
Yeah. Anyway, we fucked in the parking lot.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think it also is distracting to everybody else who's trying to watch the show. Like, I noticed it like going to concerts, and like I like to just sit there and watch the concert.
Right.
And then you look around, and it's so many people who are just watching the concert through their phone as they're recording it. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, it's so
Be
distracting.
present.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Phil, be
That's
present.
right.
That's what we always
That's
say.
right.
Be in the moment. Live in the now.
I was going to say something and I forgot it. I was going to say we should do before the Phil Fox detox.
Well, I was just gonna say that talking about that right there reminded me, well, about a bit
Okay.
that I was thinking of today and wanting to do it, try it out on stage. Should we talk about it?
Yeah. Let's.
Should we talk
go
a
ahead
bit
and do
about
that.
a bit?
You haven't heard the theme song.
All right.
Here
By
we
the
go.
way, yeah, if we've all been waiting, I mean, we've been waiting for a while now. Here it is. A bit about a bit. A bit about a bit. A bit about a bit about a bit about a bit. What's up? We're going to talk a bit about a bit, ladies and gentlemen.
Phil's in charge of all the theme music.
That's
and
good.
All original music.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
What's the bit that you're working on?
Okay, so talking about how Matt was just saying we're all staring at our screens and people are watching you through their screen, and just where we're at with social media these days and hiding behind our screens and not really having that human interaction. I was thinking, and it's just an idea right now, but I was thinking about
I don't like this bit so far.
it would be interesting or funny to go on stage and tell everybody that I'm not going to be speaking my jokes to you guys tonight, so I don't want any laughs. I don't want any laughs from you at all. I want you all to go onto your phone, onto Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and friend me right now. Friend me, and I'm going to post my jokes, and if you like it, I want you to like it, and I don't want any laughs. I just want you to fucking like it if you like it as I post it, as I stand up here on stage and as you're sitting in the audience, and that's how we're going to do the show tonight, because that's fucking how we... I mean, that's where we're at now.
Feels very Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
But
you could also say if they don't like the joke, they should all request to have your account banned.
That's good. Yeah. Nice twist.
Well, I was also going to say, I was going to say I counted everybody in the audience tonight, so if you don't fucking like it, I'll know how many people didn't, you know. So
I think you should do that.
I think it'd be really interesting because it's just that kind of made me start thinking about how they say laughter is contagious, and well, anything contagious these days is a negative thing. So we don't want to be laughing. Nobody start laughing in here because it's contagious, and we don't want to spread anything around. And if you are just on your phone and you like it, liking something can't be contagious. That's just it's what you think of it, So you'll be getting an honest reaction from each person instead of maybe somebody not enjoying it, but because somebody next to them laughed, now they have fucking herpes, Anyway, yes, Jay, I tried to slip something in there. Slip something in your butt.
What?
Huh? All right. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking about as far as a bit
Do you
about
have
a bit goes.
about a bit? Well,
a bit about a bit?
Well, yeah, it's basically a joke you're trying to work on or anything.
Man.
Or anything you've been doing but trying to switch up.
I just wrote something.
I just wrote a dumb premise. Why don't it's like a Seinfeld thing. Why don't dogs ever get cavities?
Yeah, why?
Why?
No, that's what I'm wondering. Like, they don't floss, they don't brush their teeth. But
Get the fuck out of here.
They don't have any cavities.
I think they do. I think you have to take care of your dog's teeth. I think they like make special bones and shit for it.
When I had a cat, and not R.I.P. my cat, just
it wasn't even a joke, just an observation. What?
I miss my cat. But anyway,
did the car?
What?
Did the car?
Okay, so I don't know.
You don't? Do you get it?
I don't know if I got it.
Like a car hit your cat?
Did the car miss your cat? You missed your cat.
Yeah.
How did your cat die? If you say it was hit by a car,
It didn't die. Fucking my ex-girlfriend took it away from me.
Oh, no, it's dead. You didn't see her post?
She blocked you.
Yeah.
We saw. No. It's all jokes.
No, but I was just gonna say when I got a cat, when we took it to the vet for the first time, they said like you need to be brushing your. No, it said you need to be brushing your cat's teeth like once a week.
You hear me?
No.
I said when you broke up, you lost 2 pussies.
Yeah.
Exactly. They told you to brush your cat's teeth.
Yeah, they did. They said, yeah, make sure you're brushing your cat's teeth about once a week.
Would your cat scratch the shit out of you when you tried that?
No, we didn't brush our cat's teeth. Who fucking brushes an animal's fucking teeth?
Yeah, exactly. Good point.
But the fact of the matter is,
and then, unfortunately, your cat
fucking...
ended up having to get braces, which sucked.
Right. The orthodontist bills were out of this fucking world. Oh,
Invisalign for cats.
What's a good pun on orthodontist? I don't know.
Orthodontist. Oh God. Oh God. What? Do you have a bit that you're working on?
Yeah. So I started writing this thing because at work they're like pushing for us to get all this extra work done, but they're not giving us some more money. But they're offering us like pizza parties and these, like reward points to spend in their stores, and so it's basically like fucking being in high school. And it's just bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like, you want me to work harder. Why don't you give me some more money? Like, I'm here for the money. That's it. I'm not here to...
No, you're here for treats.
I didn't apply for the job and be like, hey, that's cool about the pay and the bonus, but do you guys have pizza parties?
Will there be pizza parties here?
I mean, I don't know.
It's like, I will go pay for my own pizza.
Yeah.
And I can go buy shit with the money that you give me that doesn't have your stupid brand on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you guys have 3 pizza parties, I can go to my landlord and go, hey, here's 3 pizzas.
Here's some leftover Little Caesars.
Yeah. What was that fucking movie with the
I don't know.
The black dude that talked like a white dude. No,
what the fuck?
That was the whole premise
Jesus
of the movie.
Christ.
He was a black guy, but then he learned how to talk like a white guy.
How's that? What does that mean? What does that mean, Phil?
Well, I'll tell you what. Well, I'll fucking look up the movie. It was called Sorry to Bother You. It was called Sorry to Bother You. Did you see it?
What does it mean though when you say talk like a white guy? How does a black guy talk like a white guy?
Well, hello, sir. How are you doing today? Is there anything I can get you? Like that, practically like that.
How does that differ than how a black guy would talk?
Well, that's the whole point of the movie. Is it challenges what you think about how a black person talks, Jay. I'm not falling into your fucking trap.
How I think? No, I don't think anything. What do you mean? What do you think?
What do you think, Jay?
You said
what? Said that a black guy talks like a white guy? No, I mean, yeah, because there's a point in the movie where he can tell that all of the white people at the party want to hear him sound like a black guy.
What's
so
that?
Eventually he just starts saying the N-word. He just starts saying the N-word and rapping, and he says nothing but the N-word, and everybody's like, oh, this is the best fucking rapper alive.
I've seen that movie. That movie's great until the end. It takes
hilarious.
a weird twist at the end.
Yeah, it does take a weird twist. But point being, on Matt's joke, in that movie, there's what all of these people have to do for work. They're basically like slaves, but they frame it.
Whoa,
okay,
dude,
wrong choice of words.
Jesus 2019, sir. They're telemarketers. What are you saying?
Not the telemarketers, the other people.
Dude, wait, hold on.
You're the worst, Jay.
What are you said it. I'm just like, I'm trying to clarify. What now?
He was talking about black
Who's
people
they?
being slaves.
Yeah, wait, who's they?
I'm pretty sure he said the blacks.
Yeah, what do you mean those people?
Oh no!
What are you saying now?
All
You don't know
can't
how
say
to even say
anything.
this now.
No matter what I say, it's gonna be. You're gonna turn it around on me.
Keep going.
All those people.
What people? What are you saying?
Oh God. The fucking they don't like even pay them any money because they try to give them this life that is just all surrounded in them still constantly working. They're like, oh, come live at our dorms, you know, and it's just like barely a bunk bed or whatever, but it's like, oh, it's free housing and we feed you and we do this and we have this for you. And then it's just all because they want to just keep them working. So it's just interesting to me, like you think of Google and stuff like that. They're like, oh, we got free snacks and free sodas anytime you want. And it's like you said, like, back when that was revolutionary, people thought it was great, but now it's like,
Wait, back when what was revolutionary?
Slavery.
yeah.
Jesus, Phil.
No, I'm just saying when the idea of companies giving you all these extra goodies,
Yeah.
but it's just to keep you fucking. It really is. We have a gym now, you know. Google we have a gym, and it's to keep you fucking there. Microsoft too, and working and not going home.
They have
and
places you can sleep. Rooms
Exactly
you can
right.
Nap rooms.
I mean, it's just crazy. So it's like, oh, pizza party. I don't know if that's exactly the same, but you know, these incentives or whatever. It's like, how about I have my own life and you give me fucking great pay, and that's where we call it a day. Like,
Exactly.
I don't need to like, you're not my family. Stop trying to be.
They give you those pizzas and like the pizza parties, those pizza pies, and like you'll stay there so late until like the moon hits your eye.
Oh, ugh. Ugh.
Well, we're gonna wrap early today, guys.
Thanks for coming to another HollingsWorthless podcast.
Oh, boo.
All right, and that was a bit about a bit, a bit about a bit.
I didn't really do my bit, but I'll do it tonight with you, but, like-
bit. Thank you.
gets so angry
Thanks for
when I-
interrupting.
All
my
right,
theme.
now it's time for another Phil Fox Detox.
Ting, ting, ling, ting, ting, ting. Wow. Guest sung by Jay. I like it. So, Matt, this is
Matthew
where
Walker
I
Walker?
like to ask, huh?
MC Walker. I just like the tone of that. Huh?
Where we like to ask our guests if they could tell us a time when they got the most. I don't want to say the most fucked up anymore. I want to say, tell us your craziest
Night of
drug
partying?
and or alcohol story. Yeah, your craziest party story related to you either getting high or drunk or both.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Phil's getting so angry.
I don't know what happened there, but yes, please do.
Yeah, okay.
There was a lull.
Okay. There was a night. Let's see.
This is history. If you're afraid of it being current, this is age old history.
Oh yeah, no. This is age-old history. I was trying to come up with like the best one. This is probably the best one. So I was hanging out with a buddy. I was away from my wife and kids like by 2 hours, and so we were drinking.
And this is you, by the way, just because I'm following up on last week. This is you in the cult or out of the cult?
This is me in the cult still.
Okay.
But I have this job where I have to drive 2 hours. I drive a linen for a linen company, and so I drive outside of town, but I have to come back into town.
Who else is with her?
With who?
Lynn.
Oh, what? Jesus Christ! Stop it.
You said a linen company.
A linen company.
Linen who?
Linen who?
and company.
Ugh.
Can't stop
I
it.
hate that I
can't
just
turn it off.
helped.
I know.
Why would you do that?
I'm sorry.
Why would you do that?
Sorry.
So the cult was based 2 hours outside of Phoenix. This is in Phoenix. They have 2 houses down here. So one of the houses, there's this big band room. My buddy is a musician. I grew up playing music with him, and people used to hang out on there and get wasted. So I'm hanging out with a friend who I haven't seen in a long time. we both get a bottle of rum. So, what's this size of a bottle called?
Liter.
A liter? Yeah, so like a liter of Bacardi Limon.
A liter? Where are we? Canada?
What
Isn't
is
it
it?
a fifth or a half gallon?
A fifth. A half gallon's a handle, right? So
That's
the
right.
next one down.
It says
so
1
fifth.
liter on it.
It's not.
Okay,
the one
and
that
is
just
that full
looks
of
like
fucking
this side.
alcohol? That's a water bottle. Get out of
he
here.
asked me what this bottle was. I said it's 1 liter.
I meant in alcohol terms, but a fifth. So I drink a fifth.
All right.
I drink a fifth.
I retract. Sorry.
I drink
so angry.
I drink a fifth of Bacardi Limon.
Like a liter?
Or a fifth. God damn it. A fifth. He drinks like a fifth of something else. And,
Wow.
And then we.
And how much time? How much time to drink it all?
Couple hours.
Oh, okay.
Hour-
That's still
hour and a
doing
half.
good work.
At that
Yeah.
point, we decided to go get 40s. So I then drank 2 40s of Steel Reserve.
Dang.
Great idea.
It was a fantastic idea. So we're hanging. I'm staying at a house that's like 5 houses down from the house I'm on, right? And I like am not feeling well. And so I go.
Shocking.
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
And so I go into this bathroom that's outside of this garage, and I start puking in the toilet. And it's a tiny, tiny little bathroom. Like my shoulders like kind of hit the wall on both sides.
Okay.
It's that small. It's just a toilet, a cabinet with a sink in it. I start puking. As I'm puking, all of a sudden, I start shitting as well. And so
And you're bent. Oh, your ass is towards the wall.
my ass is towards the sink, and so I try to flip it
The sink.
around and sit down. And I'm somewhat successful, but I'm also still
So
puking.
you're just
so I'm kind of
spraying
like,
it across.
yeah. No, listen. I've sprinklered this bathroom in puke and in poop, and it's just terrible. Finally, I'm done, and I'm looking around, and this is not my house. I'm not staying at this house.
Oh my
This
gosh.
house is like there's a bunch of people who are like going to school, but they're in the cult, so they're like going to school and shit.
You would be the worst person in a human centipede.
Yeah, I would be. And so I have to figure out how to clean this up. There's like no toilet paper. There's like nothing under the sink, and I'm wearing like my uniform. Like, so it's like imagine like a UPS uniform.
Yeah, well,
That's pretty much
Brown.
what it is.
What can Brown do for you?
Yeah. And so I take off my
Get out.
shirt and I start wiping things down with my shirt. I take off my shorts and I start wiping things down with my shorts and underwear. And so like I'm wearing just like a white.
But now you're gonna be naked.
Hold on. Yes.
Yeah, let him finish.
Yes, I am. Because like the laundry room.
Wait, why are you masturbating? Phil?
The laundry room is right outside this bathroom door, but there's
Oh.
nothing. There's nothing to clean it up. But
Okay.
I find a bottle of bleach. So I've wiped everything up. I get the bottle of bleach, and I just like bleach down this whole bathroom. I have like one piece of clean clothing left, and I wipe everything else down. I look.
And you're naked.
I'm just wearing a T-shirt. I'm wearing shoes and socks. A white T-shirt, shoes and socks.
No underwear.
No underwear. I've used that
Yeah.
to finish cleaning this bathroom. And so then I have to figure out how to get 5 houses down. So
Well, also, is there anybody? What time is it right now? Is there anybody awake? Or I mean,
it's probably like 10 o'clock.
But you said the laundromat is like right outside the
The
door.
laundry room is right outside the door, and then the front door from there is probably like 20 feet. There's like
Okay,
a hallway.
alright.
So I have
And
to.
is there people up and awake right now?
There's people up. I don't know if most of the people are in the backyard in the garage or
Got
what.
you. So you're like, oh, the house might be kind of clear for the moment.
Right. So like I had to like poke my head out in the hallway, make sure nobody was there. I bolted to the front door, and then now I'm on a city street at 10 o'clock.
What? No, you're not.
Yes, I
You didn't
absolutely
steal
am.
a towel or
There was
anything?
no towel. There was
There's
nothing.
nothing in there,
There
he
was
said.
nothing.
Oh, my
I
God.
searched. I couldn't find anything, and so I have to run.
Did you give yourself like 5 seconds to kind of like even rummage through that little laundry room across the hall?
I
And nothing.
searched. I couldn't find anything.
Nothing.
Also, in one hand, I have all the poopy pukey clothes that are covered in bleach that I
like the
just.
Statue of Liberty pose.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
You couldn't rip a fuck. Well, there's no jacket on a couch or nothing.
Well, I didn't-
There's not a fucking. You rip down the curtain.
There was nothing in the laundry room, and I didn't
Oh
want to
my
take
God.
the chance to search any further.
Right.
Because if my wife finds out about this, like I'm in further deep shit.
So you're outside now, fucking
So I'm in this front
naked,
yard naked
with a shirt on
naked with
and
just a
shoes.
shirt on and shoes, and I have to make a
Oh my God.
I have to make a 100-yard dash down the street, and so
and you're holding shitty pukey clothes
Yep.
in front of your dick.
Yep.
Or were you holding
Oh
it up,
my
or were you
God.
covering yourself with it?
You know what? I just have it.
He just has his hands in the air.
I just have it at this point.
Helicoptering the whole way there.
And so I make like this. I look. There's no cars coming. There's nobody walking down the street. I make this 100-yard dash. I get back to the house I'm staying. I bury the stuff in the dumpster outside.
You animal.
And so you drive home sitting in with your.
I don't drive home.
Kind-
I ran down the street.
He's running naked.
You were.
I'm running
I didn't
naked
realize. Yeah,
down
but I
the
didn't
street.
realize your place was just down the street from where you
100
were.
yards.
100 yards.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
okay.
are you? You know we're doing the podcast right now, right? Have you?
Hey, I'm
did you just
sorry.
join us?
All right. Do you want to get into technical difficulties right now? I'm trying to listen as best I can. Okay.
There's other people who are staying in this house as well. Luckily, like the room I was staying in had a back door, but I had to like sneak through the backyard, and like the kitchen area had like this bunch of windows and like lights on, and so I had to sprint around the back, and I made it in. And
Yikes.
no one ever found out about that. No.
And your wife was asleep or whatever. She was obviously somewhere.
She was 2 hours away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She wasn't there. And
I'm sorry.
never
So
heard
when you said
anything.
2 hours away to begin with, I thought that meant you had driven or something 2 hours away.
That's
how I took that.
Yeah, so there was.
Well, I understand
there was
that
these
now.
two houses,
Thanks.
and I was just staying in one of them.
I
yeah.
understand. 2 houses, 2 hours.
2
There's a lot
hours.
of
There's
twos and a lot of
twos.
H's.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So that's probably the craziest.
That's a good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty hard to beat.
Do you want to close it out, Phil?
And that was another Phil Fox Detox. That was not quite the ending I wanted, but we'll go with it.
So we have roughly about 10 minutes before Matt and I have to run over to this mic.
Yes, good for you guys.
Did you want to hit on anything about the cult thing? I feel like we should have Matt on
Okay.
again. Because
Well, right. Maybe we
can you
should.
do it again
I thought
tonight?
that we.
Can you do more tonight? After the open mic?
I don't know.
I think that's a no.
I'm gonna say no, but I do want to hear more. I would love to have Matt back. I want to hear more about the cult. I think we ended up hitting a little bit more on the cult than we thought we would last week, but I would still love to get more into it. So please come back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even if you come back next week, that's
No, he
cool with
won't
me. If
because
it's
I'll
cool
be
with
in LA.
Jay. Oh, okay.
But
Well, we'll
Sean's
see you
on,
again.
Sean's on next week.
Great. Yeah, I do want to hear more. I think we should do Worthy and Worthless and then
All right.
do your plugs and then let's get the hell out of here.
Okay, let's
If
do
that's
it.
cool with you guys.
My worthless, this is such a dumb one, but I just was thinking about today. My worthless, black licorice.
Whoa! Why
Yeah.
does it have to be black licorice?
Because the
Yeah, why black licorice, Jay? What is it about the black licorice that you don't like so much? Why isn't the black licorice as good as the red licorice, Jay?
just doesn't work for me.
Whoa!
No, black licorice. Do you guys like black
Black
licorice?
licorice.
Yeah, for all you black licorices out there.
I don't see color
Whoa,
in licorice.
careful.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay,
They
I
all-
don't like African American
all
licorice.
licorices
Is that better?
all licorices matter, Jay.
Oh
worse
God!
somehow.
Did you hear him? Oh Jesus! No, black licorice I think is disgusting. Which that's the original licorice, but
Yeah.
all the other licorices, like the other fruit flavors, red licorice, I think are all better. I think black licorice is pretty much worthless.
How do you feel about Twizzlers licorice, which doesn't really taste like real licorice? It's kind of that waxy.
Twizzlers is no good.
I mean, I'd take a red Twizzlers over a black licorice. That's whatever the. Made with love.
You really emphasize black when you say it. It really there's something. Some of
Well,
You
how
really
else would you want me to
hate
refer to it?
black licorice.
How do you want me to refer to it? I don't like that Phil's turned this now on to me. It's usually
Good.
me making Phil
I
feel
don't hate
uncomfortable.
anything, Jay. I might not like some stuff, but I don't hate anything.
Why don't you like
I
'em?
mean, you don't. It's not that you don't like.
Why don't you like
this
'em?
certain type of licorice? You hate specifically black licorice.
Oh man. Do you guys like black
Feels
licorice?
Black what?
I'm not a licorice fan in general. So.
Oh, don't. Okay. So all licorice you don't like.
It's not
all licorice matters.
Yeah.
He only likes his own licorice.
They do have this. My mom used to buy it. It's called Panda, and they're like little, like licorice.
Asian licorice.
Yeah, super good.
But I don't know.
It's black.
Since we're already
black
being
Asian.
fucking racist.
It's Blasian licorice.
Do you like black licorice, Phil?
Yeah, I like all licorice, Jay. Each licorice has its own special thing.
My word
I don't know. I'm the only kind of black licorice I really actually enjoy, if I was gonna like seek it out, is the Good and Plenty's. I actually do like myself some Good and Plenty's, but as soon as I'm done with that box, I don't need to eat another box of Good and Plenty's for a good plenty long time.
Hey,
I'm going to do a quick worthy too with this. You usually do the worthies, you do the worthless, but
That's fine. I want to do a worthless this week too. So
my worthy is Tiffany Haddish for two things. One, she's in that new movie, The Kitchen, which I liked, and I thought she did a great job. And then also, she has a special. Well, it's basically called They Ready. You know, she always says she ready.
Mm-hmm.
She has a specials coming out called They Ready. For all these
They
comics.
ready.
Yeah, there you go. Do it again.
that was good.
They ready.
But she has a bunch of these comics on that she's given opportunities to, and a lot of them are friends. Shantae Wayans, Ida Rodriguez.
Yeah, I saw her. I saw her on that thumbnail.
Yeah,
That's dope.
And so shout out to Tiffany for doing that. Like, Rodney Dangerfield used to do the young comedians thing, and he would put people on. He put Sam Kinison on, and Tiffany Haddish is now putting people on. So
that's awesome.
Kudos to her. She's my worthy of the week.
Just to sidestep that or whatever, I just saw a little bit of that David Spade show that's on Comedy Central now. It's like kind of like a late night panel type show. I just saw a few minutes of it, but it kind of reminded me of the same style as what Chelsea Lately was. And it seemed kind of cool because at the time, like Chelsea Handler, I feel like gave a lot of opportunities to some up and coming comics, and it seemed like I haven't seen really any episodes, but the one I watched, which already had established people like Pete Holmes and actually no, the other comic was Tony Rock, and I think Tony Rock deserves more love than he gets.
Oh yeah,
so,
Tony's awesome.
So it was cool to see Tony Rock on it. So I don't know if that's what that's going to kind of be, but I think it was really cool to see that style of a show coming back because they were just bringing up topics and then just kind of what seemed like riffing on them. So
awesome.
Yeah, it seemed like it could be cool, and hopefully they're bringing up some up and comers.
What's your worthless?
So a few weeks ago, my worthy was the security guards that were being paid to watch Jeffrey Epstein from committing suicide.
Yeah, that's right.
A few weeks ago, I said, because I thought it was kind of something underrated to say. I thought, the most important people right now are these security guards that are watching this guy trying to commit suicide because this guy's a fucking terrible, terrible person. And what do you know? A fucking few weeks later, whatever happened, maybe we don't need that fucking suicide watch anymore.
Crazy.
The motherfucker kills himself.
Yeah,
piece of shit.
Do you think he did, or do you think it's a cover up?
Even if there's something else involved, for one, I don't think it would have been murder. I don't. I think this motherfucker probably really wanted to take his life, or to avoid everything, or somebody was like, you need to do this, you need to take your life. And if there's any kind of a conspiracy, the conspiracy that I would think might have happened or go as far as to guess is somebody would have paid off those fucking guards or whatever to say, hey, why don't you guys you guys don't need to be here anymore. Yeah, or whatever, go away. And then he fucking did it. I think somebody probably got a little bit of cheese to disappear for a little while, and he was able to get done what needed to be done. I don't think it was murder or foul play. I think it was what was going to happen. I think it needed to happen.
I think it was foul play. I don't know what it was, but I don't think it was just.
Why would you want this motherfucker dead? You want him to fucking own up to all of this bullshit that he did.
First of all, relax.
Calm down.
It just pisses me off,
know,
dude. I
but
wanted to see this motherfucker rock for
know.
fucking 2 eternities, dude.
I know, but I think there's something other than he just killed himself. I don't know what. I don't know how it went down or whatever, but he was on suicide watch, and then why would they stop that?
For only like a week, too.
Yeah.
Like, after a week, they're just like, that's enough.
And he had so many names and info on so many people, so...
Crazy.
What's do you have a worthy or worthless?
Worthless of the week is Jiffy Lube.
Oh, well, look, that was right there on the tip of the tongue.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm late. The 20-minute oil change that I should have had was a 50-minute oil change for no apparent reason whatsoever. So
No line.
No. They
got right in, but then they just kept on
It just
fucking.
took forever. The last 2 oil changes I've gotten, the last one wasn't from Jiffy Lube, but both of them have taken way too fucking long. So.
I mean, yeah, it sucks when you go there when you're in a Jiffy and
Stop it
Huh?
now.
Go, keep going, Jay. What was the rest of it? Huh? No, go ahead. Say it again.
So plugs. Do you have any plugs, Phil?
Anyway, yeah, I don't know. So just those guards. I don't know if they're worthy or worth it because of what you just said, Jay. I would. Who knows? Maybe some other rich motherfucker was like, "Hey, you guys, we're on suicide watch. You have the closest amount of access. Yeah, why don't you go in there and make it look like an accident?"
Now you're
I don't
on
know.
Kill
Who
Him
knows?
watch.
But anyway, worthless to the fact that that happened. Just it pissed me off. I do want to come back with a worthy though. Worthy, I would say, is not that I really had one planned. Huh?
Nothing?
My barber. I need to go get a haircut for sure.
That is apparent.
So is Matt.
Yes.
How dare you? Look at this. Is a beautifully coiffed do.
No, you said that's apparent, and I said so's Matt.
Don't get me wrong. I have beautiful hair. You just haven't seen it done. You haven't seen my hair
right,
done.
we gotta go.
I will take you on any day. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. Worthy, I'll just say is quickly 35 millimeter film.
Will you say
getting to see a cool movie by Tarantino in that style that I know that he would want it to be appreciated in was a really cool experience, and I wish Seattle had a little bit more opportunities to see films in cool ways like that, but I'll take what I can get. That's worthy. Okay, do your plugs.
Do you want to go first?
At MC Walker on Instagram, Meat Sweats the podcast, where all your podcasts are found.
Do you have any shows coming up you want to plug?
House of Comedy, August 21st. Is that right, Hillary? Is that the Pine Up show? That's the Pine Up show. We're releasing the Big Pine calendar. I am in the calendar.
Nice. I'm at Big Irish J at everything, and this is coming out Wednesday, and the same day this comes out, I'll be at Stand Up Live doing my True Story show. First time here in Phoenix. Got a great lineup,
Awesome.
And if you are a fan of comedy and or how comics work and how they come up with their jokes, this would be the show for you to check out. Comics do stand-up.
It's such a good show.
Thank you. A lot of people comics that have done it have commented on the like they see the ad for it and they're like, this is still my favorite show I ever did. It's I
think what's so cool about the show is it sounds cool to begin with, but then when you actually go to the show and see it and watch it, it takes on a whole new just form, you know what I mean? Like it takes on a whole new meaning because you see you get to watch the comic actually do jokes and then getting to actually hear the story. So you're like basically hearing the same story twice, but you're really getting to hear like how impactful it was on their life and everything like that. And it's just such a cool concept. And I wish that you would do that show more and fucking spread it around LA and become super uber famous from it, because I think it could take you there.
And then Comedy Central buys it and then fires me and Roy Wood Jr. hosts it.
Somebody else hosts it. Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to plug?
Or just take a big payoff. I want to try that bit out, so I hopefully will be getting out to some mics this week, and I can report back. Or a show would be great, but otherwise, listen every week. Send us some emails, you guys. hwppod@gmail.com. That's hwppod@gmail. Send us anything. Just send us hi.
Did we have an
anything
email?
you want? We'll talk about it. What?
Do we have an email?
If we did, we'll go over it next week.
Okay. All right. You didn't check. No big. All right. We got to end it.
Rate, review, subscribe.
Yes.
Tell your friends. If you like the podcast, please tell your friends and share it with them. We need more people to hate what we do. So.
And we might have an announcement next week, which I haven't even told you about, Phil.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, I want to hear it. So great. Tease the shit out of that one. Listen next week, you guys. Love you. And I guess we have nothing else to say, but...
If a person fucking listens to this till the end, you deserve a prize. Your prize is to go to iTunes and rate or review this podcast. Give it 5 stars, you motherfuckers. Fucking say something nice. You fucks. I'm dying right now. You motherfuckers. I've been doing this fucking piece of shit for 5 years. I'm averaging about 2 fucking reviews a year. Go fucking write some, you motherfuckers. Oh, fuck.
That is the realest I've ever heard you.
God.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck?